Today we're going to be looking at stem and leaf diagrams. What stem and leaf diagrams are, they're a more visual way of representing a discrete frequency table, and the reason why they're good is it's easy to work out where the median is when it's locating in the data, but also sometimes you can have two of them on the same diagram so you can compare two sets of data very quickly. Let's take a look at some examples of exam questions. First of all, we have these discrete values. So we've got the time it took in seconds. Actually, these are continuous values. So the time it took in seconds for 18 students to run 400 meters. The question says draw an ordered stem and leaf diagram. So the way stem and leaf diagrams work, similar to a group frequency table, you separate all your values into tables, generally in tens, and when you show a key explaining what the diagram is showing. So let's make a line here and start. So our lowest value goes down to the 60s. So we start with a 6 here, then we'll have 7, 8, 9, and then 10 for the hundreds. So once we've selected every value, we're then going to cross them off. So the lowest value we can find here, you want to do this in order, is 61. So how are you going to write that? We have the 6 here, so I just put a 1 in this row here. Then next we have a 67, so I put a 7 here. So that's all these 60s done. So next we're looking at the 70s. So the lowest 70 we have is a 75, then 78, then 79. Next, looking at the 80s, the lowest 80s we have is the number 80, so you put a 0 here. Then we have an 82. Then we have an 85, 86, and 89. Next 90s, we've got two 90s, so 0, 0. Then we've got a 92, a 94, a 95, a 96, and then a 98. And finally we have 103, so I put a 3 here. The final step, you just need to put a key explaining what the line is representing. So you give an example. So you just say 7 line 5 is equal to 75 seconds. And then just put a box around it. It's important you remember to leave the key in your question to get full marks. Now, second part of this question, work out the median. Since we're dealing with a fixed list of values, we're going to use the n+1/2 variation. Now the question tells me that we have 18 students. So 18 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 9.5. So we're looking for the middle of the 9th and 10th person. So if we look at a stem and leaf diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's between 86 and 89. So you add these up and then you divide by 2 to get 87.5 seconds, and that's the median time. Next, so to finish off, we're going to look at a question which combines everything you can do with a stem and leaf diagram, finishing off with drawing a box plot. So let's just zoom in a little bit, first of all. So in this question, we've got the number of letters in 30 news sentences in a newspaper. So we know we have a total of 30. And they've already given us a key 4 to 1. So they've already drawn the stem and leaf diagram for us. So they tell us 4-1 is 41. First of all, we need to work out the range. So we need to work out the highest and lowest value. So the last one is here and the first one is here. So it's 45 take away 8, which will leave us with a value of 37 letters. So the range is 37 letters. Second part of the question, we need to work out the median. Once again, it's a list of values, so n plus 1 over 2. And at the start of the question, it told us there were 30 sentences. So 30 plus 1 over 2 is the 15.5th value. So the middle of the 15th and 16th one. So we go up and find the 15th and 16th values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now both 15 and 16 have a value of 27, so the median is just 27. So next, to draw a box plot, once again you need the min, max and all the quartiles. So we know the minimum value is 8, which we worked out earlier, and the maximum value is 45. We just worked out the median, which is 27. We now need to work out the upper quartile and lower quartile. So lower quartile, similar to median, n plus 1 over 4. So we're doing 31 over 4, which gives us 7.75. Whenever your lower quartile is in between two numbers, even if it's 0.25, 0.5 or 0.75, you're always taking the midpoint. So we're looking for the middle of the 7th and 8th values from the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're both 4s, so the lower quartile will just be 14. Now remember, the upper quartile is 3 lots of the lower quartile, so it's 3 lots of 31 over 4. So 3 times 31 over 4 gives us a value of 23.25. So we're going between 23 and 24. So let's go back up to the stem and leaf diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So let's go back up the stem and leaf diagram and find the 23rd and 24th one. So that's 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. So it's between 36 and 38. So you're finding the middle of 36 and 38, which will be 37. So we now have all the information in order to draw the box plot. We now need a scale. So we're looking at the number of letters. So let's draw a straight line across here. And let's label our axes. So it's number of letters. Now remember, the highest value is 45 and the lowest value is 8. So let's go 5 across for every 2. Now looking at the key values that we worked out, our minimum is at 8. So if this is 7.5, just a little bit more than that. And our highest value is at 45. Next, our lower quartile was at 14. Our median is at 27. And our upper quartile is at 37. And then let's just join these up. And then we finish drawing our box plot there.